let's get going with this Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. This is a full coverage foundation and I have drier skin, so it is the middle of winter. I'm going to go ahead and put a hydrating primer underneath. I'm using the Laura Geller Spackle Hydrate, and this is one of my favorite hydrating primers right now. So here's the thing. I don't know what color I am in. What a stupid kind of packaging, can I just say? It's all well and good if you have this sticker right here on it. One of them says what it is, but that is the only place, and it's a sticker. This one, I must have removed the sticker accidentally, and there is nothing, literally, I've looked this thing over and over. There is nothing to say what color this is. Really, people? You can't just put a sticker on a bottle and think it's going to stay there for life. So that's frustrating. I will try to figure out what this one is because I think this is my real color. All right, I'll get off my high horse. You may notice I have a little scab right there. It's not a pimple, it's actually a scab. I took Amelia off the side of my face 5 days ago. I don't recommend doing that. I'm certainly no dermatologist or esthetician or anything like that. I just know that I know how to do it, and so I did it. We're gonna have to work around that. Okay, so we are gonna go in with the mystery color. So I'm gonna put one pump. You can see it's pretty thick, but running a little bit, but obviously this is not a serum foundation. This is a regular foundation. I am self-tanned with my tanning drops. That was a lot on this side. I need to not go too much like usual or as usual. And I'm going to use a brush on this side with the BK Beauty 101 brush. Oh yeah, this is the right color. Definitely blends in well. It's a little, I don't know. No, I think it's good. Gonna cover up that, it's not gonna cover up that. It's just too big of a scab. I went under my eye a little bit more than I would have wanted. My goal is always to cover up this without having to add more, but I also don't normally like a full coverage foundation, but lately, because nothing seems to want to cover that up. I don't smell anything, so definitely unscented, which I very much like. So pretty good on this side. Let's do with a sponge on the left side, my left. Okay. I feel like it dried down already on my face. Like I'm having a hard time spreading it with my sponge. Let me see if I cover up my ear a little bit. That worked good. Like it seemed like it dried really fast. That I don't like. So with one coat, I got pretty much a medium coverage. I can see hyperpigmentation coming through pretty easily. This side is definitely better, of course. Let me look up close with just one. It's looking kind of cakey already with one coat. So I'm not sure how 2 coats is gonna do. All right, I'm gonna try to see if I can build it. I still have quite a bit left on my palette here, so I didn't use a ton in the areas I have the most trouble with. I feel like it didn't cover here, and I feel like my forehead, it didn't transfer up to there. So this time I'm going to use a brush for the whole thing, and I'll finish it off with a sponge. Just gonna distribute it evenly. Okay, yeah, my forehead's looking a little bit better. It did not distribute very easily. Now I'm gonna buff it in a bit. Okay, definitely more coverage. Soften it up. No, not liking that. Let me take my Stands Out sponge, see if I can get it to soften it up. This thing is sometimes a magic eraser. It's not the magic eraser, but it sometimes just makes things just settle in. I don't know if it pushes it in. I don't know. This thing is like a magic thing to me. I call it the finisher because it will help me finish my makeup just a little bit nicer. It's just not sitting right on my skin. That's the problem. So far, not so good. I'm hoping it settles down as I do my makeup. I will come back with a full face on and see if it has settled down a little bit better. I may have to powder in on my forehead. No, actually my forehead's not, oh no it is, okay. It's not looking horrible, but it's definitely settling in there. There's no doubt about that. All right, full face is on. I actually like how my makeup turned out today, except for the foundation. This is just sitting on my skin. It didn't go into my skin. I felt like all it did was went into all my creases and all my little tiny lines and didn't blur them or anything. It looks so incredibly dry. Now, my skin is naturally dry, but my skin is not uber dry right now. It's not like I just think no foundation has a shot right now, because that is not the truth. I do have dry skin, but this just exemplified every dryness I had. So obviously I don't like that. In order to get it to stop creasing, I had to obviously put some powder on it to set it, and that just exemplifies the issue of the dryness. So not thrilled about that. I don't think it's like a total train wreck. I was able to salvage it, but we will see how it goes throughout the day. Maybe it'll look better because my skin will get some natural oils coming in. Even though I don't have a ton, I obviously have some. We will check in 5 hours and see if my face looks any better, because right now I like my face. I do not like my foundation. Oy. It is time for a check-in, and sadly I did not do the in-between check-in because I was out and about doing things. So I'm doing the final day check-in. It is 5 o'clock, 5:05 to be exact, and I can't wait to get this off. It's not as bad as when I first started. Like I thought, my natural oil started kicking in and I don't look as dry as I did when I first put it on. But it took a good many hours to get to that point. And if your makeup is supposed to look its best, it's when you first put it on. So I would not reach for this. I'm not sure why everyone thinks this is such an amazing foundation. They clearly have more normal to oily skin. That is my thought process if you like this. If you have very dry skin, if you have mature dry skin, then I just don't think it's good for that skin type, which is exactly what I am. It didn't cover up even as well as I thought it would, being a full coverage foundation. I still had, after doing my foundation and doing a couple layers of it with a brush, the best case scenario to cover things up, I still had a lot of things coming through. So if I'm going to have a full coverage foundation, then I really want it to actually cover fully my blemishes. So I know it's only $11, but it's still not worth it if I don't like it. So I think for me, this is a pass. If you would like to see how I feel about some other foundations, I have a series called 5 Days of Foundation. I will link the first one right here so you can go and see that series. And I will see you maybe in one of those videos or another one. God bless.